one hive tool. 8 double-storied hives, 2 hive stands. One particular site that we visited, we had to make some changes to it. The first one was that the access road that they had to get into this apiary was too wet, and so therefore our truck couldn't get in there. So we had to then take the bees to an alternative location up by the house. Then they had to be carried manually down a slippery track to get them to the location they wanted them in. When we finally got to that location was very damp and very shaded and totally unsuitable for bees. So we had to then quickly clear a new site a few yards away, luckily, and locate the bees in a sunny location and dig them into a bank, which will be quite successful. They will be a wee bit more difficult to work around because they're sitting now on a bank, but if they carve an access walkway into them, they'll be okay, and they're still within a short distance of the roadway at the bottom. So under dry conditions they can still get a vehicle in there, take the honey off. But the problem we faced the day we arrived, it was far too wet to get those bees in. But in the future they can pick a day to take their honey off when the track's okay, or they can come in with a tractor or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a road in the bottom.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to take the honey out down there, put it on a truck and take it out that way. The other important thing is access is important, because these hives are light now, but when you get full of honey, you got to take the box of honey off. You won't want to carry them up here. So if you can bring a truck or something in the bottom here,
the truck can come.
Then they can get down to there okay.
Close to each other, or what do you prefer? Close to each other?
Yeah, that's okay. Just a little bit beside.
Leave about 1 metre between.
1 meter.
You can bring some ice. Put it.
Oops. Yeah.
Hey, boleh sarmin roti nape?
Light your smoker, which we'll show you how to, and come down and just smoke them. And if you do this in the evening when there's no bees flying around, that'll be easy for you. So if you just come in and just take the lids off, check if they've eaten all the sugar, fill them up again, and that'll do them for another month or 6 weeks. So that's really all you need to do for that.
Enough outside. So. And Susan has been speaking to me about perhaps getting Marcus to come down once every 2 or 3 months or something like that and spend some time with you just to check them and to teach you as you go. So by the end of the year you should be a beekeeper.
So that site now will be quite workable. It's away from the house, far enough, but it's close enough for them to keep an eye on them. And they've got access down to a vehicle access, which is not too difficult to get to. And the hives are now sitting in a nice sunny sheltered location where the bees will thrive. So I'm sure that apiary will do very, very well where it is. but it would harvest production if we put it 10 yards away. That's how important the location is. That those bees would probably produce only half if we put them in the original location, which was cold and damp and shaded, to what they will produce on the new site that we chosen.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.